Alright, what is your name?
My name is Kaylee Saint Amant.
What ethnicity are you and your family?
We are Japanese American.
Okay. Did you have any relatives living in America during World War II and right after Pearl Harbor?
Yes, both my grandpa and grandma.
Alright, where are your grandpa and grandma living at the time?
My grandma was on the big island of Hawaii, and my grandpa lived on Oahu.
Let me talk about your grandpa for a minute because he was living on Oahu. Was he living there before or after Pearl Harbor?
He lived there his whole life, so before and after Pearl Harbor.
Can you talk about his experiences with Pearl Harbor and like his initial reaction when it happened?
My grandpa was about 10 years old during Pearl Harbor, and he was actually outside when the bombings occurred, and he was on the other side of the island, and he originally thought that it was the Air Force just doing practice with the planes until later in the day he heard it on the news and everyone talking about what had originally happened.
Okay. And with Roosevelt's executive order after Pearl Harbor, and all the internment camps, things like that, was he put in an internment camp, or anyone he knew put in an internment camp?
No one in my grandpa's family was put into internment camps, although he knew most of his neighbors and teachers were put into internment camps, mainly the men, he said.
All right. And with those people that were put into an internment camps, were they in Hawaii or were they sent back to the mainland?
Uh, all of them were sent into the mainland. There were no camps in Hawaii.
Okay. And how did his life change, such as like regulations and rules on the island after Pearl Harbor?
After Pearl Harbor, the whole island went into a blackout period where everyone or no one could be out after dark, and no streetlights were allowed on at the time. Any headlights that were on from cars had to be painted over with black paint, so there was only a sliver of light being shown. And throughout the blackout period and after, there were military officers that just patrolled the cities and towns and neighborhoods.
All right. And overall, because of Pearl Harbor and the executive order, how are Japanese Americans affected as a whole?
Most Japanese Americans are faced with a lot of discrimination, and most people believe that they were turning against America, and a lot of friends uh, turned on each other due to the thought of Japanese Americans being against America.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.